Box. Hi, I'm Avik Prakrasi and welcome to the Magic Box. Today I'm feeling a little medieval, so I'm going to cut through all the fluff and show you the essence of magic. Today, on this very show, I'm going to cut a woman in half. But actually my mom won't really allow me to, so I've made a scaled down version of that. You know, that doesn't involve a volunteer risking her life and limb. So what's the wait? Shall we get to it? Let's open the magic box. So now for my amazing miniaturized version of sawing the woman in half. First, I have with me a paper doll. I think I'll call her Senorita. I also have a paper tube and scissors. Now, I'm going to put Senorita into the paper tube. Like so. There we go. Now for the gruesome part. Don't worry, Senorita. I'll restore you soon. And it's done. You have been cut in two. But let's see if I can use my magic restorative powers to bring her back. Alakazam, Alakazoo, Restoratum Presto! And it seems to be done. Shall we see? And she's back. And there you have it. My miniaturized version of sawing the woman in half trick. Are you astonished? So, do you want to see how Senorita survived our dissection? All I needed to perform this trick was a pair of scissors, my Senorita, which I printed out, but you could just draw one on a piece of paper, and my tube of paper, which is basically just an envelope with the bottom and top cut off. Now the secret of this trick is that I pre-prepared my envelope. I cut two slits, one here and one here, so that it looks like this. So when I put Senorita in, so the top and the legs are protruding, and it looks like Senorita is fully in the envelope. And when you cut for the audience to see, you cut like this, so that you don't actually cut Senorita, but you only cut the envelope. And be sure that you hold the two pieces of the envelope together, so that it looks like Senorita actually has been cut in half. And then after some hocus pocus magic words, you pull the two ends of the envelope apart, which I call my prestige, and show the audience that you revised Senorita, whereas she was never cut all along. And that's my miniaturized version of the cutting the woman in half trick. Presto! Hi, I'm back fresh from my success at the sawing the woman in half trick. Ooh, strawberries! Anyway, so the next trick I have planned out for you is an amazingly easy card trick that has no secret to it. Well, that doesn't mean I won't show you how to do it, just that there is no secret. To do this amazing card trick, I needed a volunteer, so I called my good friend Ayushman.
Hi, Avik.
Hi. Ayushman, I have here 5 randomly picked cards. So Ayushman, what's the middle card?
The king.
That's right. So now when I turn the cards around, do you remember the position of the king?
Sure.
So can you pick up a paper clip and put it on the king for me, please?
Okay, I'll stick it here. Is this correct?
Yep, that's absolutely right. And now, with the use of some magic, I can magically change the position of the paper clip. Hocus pocus, alakazam, alakazoo, I now cast a spell on you! And it's done. So, where is the paper clip, Ayush?
Oh my, it's on the floor. How did you do that?
Well, Ayushman, it's a special type of magic called an optical illusion.
I've heard of that.
They're really amazing, aren't they? And I've got a few more in store for you. But first, let me explain how this trick works. This trick is really simple. The only preparation you need to do is that you need to stick 5 cards together with the middle card of a contrasting color. Then, you need to ask your audience to remember the sequence of cards. Now, when you turn it around, you have to ask the audience member to place a paper clip on top of the card of the opposing color. Now, since that card was in the middle on this side, they'll think it was on the middle on this side too, and they'll put it on the middle card, like this. But when you turn the cards around, the paperclip seems to have shifted. This is just all about perception, sort of like an optical illusion. It's as simple as that, isn't it amazing? Alakazam, aloha! Just taking a little food break. You know, for me food and magic really go together. It makes me so hungry. But don't worry, I have a really fun trick planned for you. Flying fun. I'm going to make something levitate. I know what you must be thinking. Strings? But don't worry, I promise you, this one has no strings attached. I'll show it to you just in a minute. Let me finish my peanuts first. I have with me a deck of well-shuffled cards. And cards are a very key part of a magician's kit. Now what I'm going to do though is something extraordinary. You've seen normal card tricks in which they predict your number or your card. But what I'm going to do is something even better. I'm going to make any random card levitate. Now I took this card out of the pile at random. Now I'm going to charm this card so that it becomes light as a feather. Hocus pocus salicazam presto! Now let's see if it obeys my commands. Up, 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 up. See? No wires here, no strings there. Told you no strings attached. And now sit. The card obeyed my every charm. Wasn't that amazing? Now, do you want to know how I did my levitating card trick? But first, make sure only underage magicians are in the room. This one's a biggie. And now to reveal the mystery of the levitating card trick. To do this trick, I needed a new shirt. Well, actually, I needed the plastic that comes in the collar of a new shirt. And it looks like this. Other than that, I needed tape. And I needed scissors. And of course, I needed my deck of cards. Now, first what I did is, I cut a thin strip of plastic from the plastic that came with the collar of that new shirt. Actually, you can use any hard, flexible plastic. Then, I took a card and measured it so that the plastic was only slightly longer than the card, and then stuck it to the card so that it looked like this. Now, this also helps you pick out this card as a random card that you took out from the deck of cards, because a slight bit of the plastic juts out from the top and you can feel it and identify it. Next, to levitate a card, you hold it like this and just slightly angle your hands so that you bend the strip of plastic and you push the card up like that. And remember to angle it in such a way that the audience cannot see the plastic strip but can only see the card rising. Now you can use your finger or you can use any object, like I use my magic wand, to show the audience that there are no strings on top and there's nothing in between holding the card up. And that's the secret to my levitating card trick. Time for another snack. Remember to practice everything, from prop making to performance to floor your friends. But now I've got to go, got some homework assignments to do. The plight of us teenage magicians. But anyways, till next time, alakazam!